Alrighty, so we are back up at the field with another FlOG. Today we're going to be flying some 3D. So I am not a very advanced flyer. I don't fly a lot of 3D, but I have tried some in the past. But unfortunately, I kind of left my 3D plane, which was the flight test Edge, and I just didn't fly it for a really long time. So today I'm going to be getting that back out, trying to fly it. We're even going to be flying it on 4-cell, which is another thing I haven't tried. And yeah, we're going to try some 3D maneuvers. So yeah, today should be a lot of fun. Okay, so for my setup, just with this plane real quick, is a 1500 milliamp 4-cell battery, with a FlySky receiver and the regular flight test motor that's recommended for this plane. So I haven't really changed anything on it since I last flew it, but I think it's in operational. I think it's working. So yeah, I'll go ahead and plug it in. We are gonna get up in the air. I'll probably have to do some adjustments, some rate tuning potentially, but most likely I'll just have to do a little bit of trim, and then we should be able to try some tricks. Okay, so I didn't really feel comfortable putting the GoPro on this plane because it would add a lot of weight to the whole setup, and it's not going to be helpful for 3D maneuvers. So instead, I'm going to mount the GoPro to my head using this strap, and then hopefully from there we'll be able to get some footage, as well as a slightly smaller, lot less quality camera that I put on the Edge as well, just so that maybe we can get a little bit of onboard flight footage. But for the most part, we'll be using this camera here. So we are rolling. We are ready to go. There we go. Okay, it's actually surprisingly well flying today. It's a little nose heavy, but other than that, it's cruising around pretty nicely. So obviously I have to adjust the nose heaviness. Whenever a plane is nose heavy, it's always a little difficult to adjust the trim on it, in my opinion, because you have to keep the plane up in the sky while doing the trim to make it go up. So not the easiest to trim out, but also looks like we have maybe some roll to the right. No, maybe not. It might just be me. Whoa, getting a little ways out there. Not used to the type of flying that this plane is, because it has some weird flying characteristics, in my opinion at least. So I'm just not quite used to that. Getting used to it, but it's a very large plane to fly, so makes for interesting characteristics as well. Probably had to increase throttle. That might be one of my problems flying this plane. Not used to that. All right, let's go ahead and try a barrel roll. Just make sure that everything feels good on rates and such. Does. I left it a little nose heavy, but I think that's probably going to be better than leaving it like perfectly even, because I'm not a very experienced 3D flyer. It's going to be better for me if I have to be correcting that all the time, in my opinion at least. But okay, I suppose we ought to try some 3D tricks. So typically the first trick I try on this plane is like a yaw. Not a yaw spin, what do you call that? Oh, wait, no, what do you call that? But I should probably try something a little easier than that. So I'm just gonna try a rudder turn. It's like hardly qualifies as a 3D trick, but I don't know. That worked pretty solid. So let's see, flying inverted is not typically the hardest thing in the world, so maybe I'll try some of that. Get a little bit of altitude just in case, but it just never, to me at least, seems like the riskiest thing. It's not the hardest thing in the world. Oh, there we go. Inverted flying. Flies solid. Snap that out of there. Okay, so one thing that I'm really bad at when it comes to 3D flying is the hover, which is like the most classic 3D flying thing, but I literally cannot do it. I'm really bad at it. So I'm gonna try some of that here, see how that goes. I'm just gonna come up, get some altitude, give it a shot. So here we go. Turn around. Wow, that was awful. So I didn't quite pull back enough, so I just kind of ended up like sitting at 45 degrees for a few seconds and then stalling out of it. So let's go ahead, give that another shot, just come around in a loop. I think I need to give a little bit more throttle as well, so another shot. Ooh, that was better, but still wasn't able to hold it there for a very long time, so still not quite there. All right, give this another shot. Oof, that was close. I always seem to get mixed up on the yaw. My yaw typically gets out of control, and then that's what forces me to go out of the 3D maneuver. But yeah, still haven't quite sorted that out yet. Give this another shot. There we go. That one was a bit more of like a vertical climb, which doesn't really qualify, so it wasn't exactly the best. I'm gonna quickly check my watch here. Okay, so we've been flying for about 4 minutes. I'm gonna land at about 5 to 6 minutes. Actually, probably about 5 minutes. It's gonna be better. So, all right, let's give this another shot. Oh, that one was a lot better. That time though, it was more of the torque of the propeller that got me. It wasn't necessarily the rudder. So that's an improvement for sure. All right, try this again. I got some bugs going on here. Ah, okay, there we go. That was getting there. I was able to maintain that much easier than the previous one, so that's good. Okay, attempt this again. Oh, that was just a vertical climb, basically. Yep, that was just vertical climb. All right, well, I'll take a break from doing that for a little bit. I want to try, I don't know what you call it, but it's just a yaw all the way across, kind of pan the plane across. No idea what you call it, but it has a name. Comment down below if you know what the name of this trick is, because I don't. There we go. That's always a fun one. It's always surprisingly easy to me, but really interesting to do. Alright, do a close flyby here. There we go. One thing I do like doing with 3D planes that I don't have to do with most other planes, but I can actually do with planes like these, are being able to do coordinated turns with rudder. Those are just, it's just great practicing grounds, at least, for doing something like that. I just find it's much easier to do on a 3D plane than a regular plane. Alright, we're going to give a hover another try here. Ooh. I don't know if I'd qualify that one as being much better, just because it wasn't very long lasting, but it was a pretty solid vertical for a second. Okay, probably ought to land here soon, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. Go ahead and land. So one thing difficult about this plane, I don't like to put the landing gear on, and that does mean landing's a little harder. So we'll get a little bit of altitude, try to just come in. I'm surprised at how well this thing glides sometimes, so I don't know, maybe I won't get as much altitude as I need. Alright, here we go. This is our landing pass. As you would at Flight Fest, landing right to left. There we go, coming in a little hot. Might have to land a little further away from me. Oh, there we go. And it looks like we stuck the landing. Okay, so that right there was a successful flight. As you can see, I'm not the most advanced 3D flyer, so if you have any tips for me, things I was doing wrong, definitely comment down below on things I could improve on. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in an upcoming vlog. Oh, also watch my previous vlogs, because they're really cool as well. Also, I just posted a video a little bit ago about a sled, an RC sled. Watch that too. And don't forget to subscribe so you get notified for more videos. That's super important. See you. I'm very sorry for how harsh I was earlier. I just want to say, don't take it personally. Just, you do what you gotta do. Man, this plane's heavy. It's wrapped up.